Okay, the topic of discussion for this video is defining the weak family. I think it's important to define what the weak family is. If we are interested in becoming a strong family, then we have to understand what a weak family is and try to avoid doing the things that they do. So this will be a very quick video to try to outline what I mean when I say weak family. Oftentimes in some of my other content, other videos, other articles that I write, you may hear me referring to weak families versus strong families. So it makes sense for me to define a weak family. Okay. So first thing we have here is no shared vision, mission, or goals. Long story short, that is exactly what it sounds like. I think most people, definitely in this country, are born into what I would define as weak families. They don't have any shared vision, mission, or goals. Family members have not come together to establish a shared vision, mission, or goal. I mean, I think many people have their own idea about what it is that they want to accomplish as an individual. But when you talk to most people about what goals their family have, this is not a conversation, or they won't really have anything of substance to say when it comes to that, because most people do not do constructive things. They do not work with their own families in a team like fashion. So people, they have not come together to create a vision for the family as a whole, a mission for the family as a whole. This is just something that most people have not done. And this is one of the main characteristics of having a weak family. If you don't have any shared vision, mission, or goals, then it is a telltale sign that you're probably a part of a weak family. Moving on, another telltale sign of being a part of a weak family is the fact that there is no formal structure or organization. I mean, many people have relationships with other family members, but and these relationships probably have some informal structure about them. But what I'm talking about is actual formal structure, rules and regulations, policies and procedures, things that people have come together in order to create a family governance structure, right? And I go to this definition. What is family governance? Family governance is a framework for joint decision making among family members based on shared values, a common mission or purpose, and a collective vision for the family's future. So of course, so it even gets back right to the lack of if you don't have a shared mission, a shared mission, vision, or values, then you definitely haven't set up a family governance structure to help you realize that stuff. So if you don't have hard structures, actual rules, regulations, policies, and procedures that define what it means to be a part of a family, defines what it means, what a family member should be doing, then you lack the structure. You definitely lack structure, and when you lack structure, you definitely have to fall into the category of a weak family. Strong families have to, if you want to become a strong family, if you are a strong family, then these things have been put in place. But most people, as I said before, were born into weak families and continue to operate within the context of weak families, and they definitely have not created any governance structure or whatsoever. Okay. As an example, I'll give as an example of formal structure and organization. Like I say, in order to have formal structure and organization, you need rules and regulations, policies and procedures. It's not something that happens by accident. It's not something that happens deliberate. It does happen deliberately. It's not something that happens unless people take the actual effort to make it happen. Okay. So as an example, right, in our family, we have policies and procedures. One example of a policy and procedure that we have is the investment policy and procedure. So we have a procedure, policy that relates to what we do in order to build investment capital. Up at the top, we got goals and objectives as it relates to building investment capital. We talk, and then we get down into the procedure. What does it mean to put a budget together? Where does the budget come into play in our process? Then so on and so forth. This document, we have a whole document that outlines the steps that we take in order to build investment capital. This is not the only policy and procedure that we have. We have a policy and procedure for our credit card. Our family actually has a shared credit card, and I actually made a video about that earlier, how an organized family uses a credit card. So I made a video about that, and basically that video contained me that video was about me going through our policy for using the credit card as a family. But the point is, all of it, and as you can see, this stuff is explicitly in writing for anybody to access when they need to. So none of this stuff is when you have formal structure, you have things that are available, that have been put in writing, and they are available for family members to refer to when they need to. But these things are put in writing because family members are actually expected to follow these policies and procedures. That's what it means to be a part of the organized family. If you're not going to follow the policies and procedures, then you're not really a part of an organized family, and you definitely are not a part of an organized family if you have not created these structures and organization. Okay. So the last thing I put here as a telltale sign that you probably have a weak family is that there is no significant coordination or teamwork. Now, of course, if you don't have any structure, if you have not created any formal structure, if you do not have family governance, you do not have a decision-making entity within your family, then of course, you won't have any coordination or teamwork, because what will be the driving force behind the coordination? What will be the driving force behind the teamwork? If you don't have structure, then there's not the things that you need to be in place in order to facilitate coordination do not exist. So these are the things that I consider to be telltale signs of people having a weak family, and I just recap them real fast. No shared vision, mission, or goals. I mean, people have not come together to say, this is what our family is about, this is what we want to accomplish. The vast majority of people in this country have not done that, period. Number two, no formal structure or organization. Most people have not done this either. Formal structure and organization means policies, procedures. How do we operate? What are the details? Is this stuff in writing? These things are created when people are serious about creating formal structure and organization, right? And if you have not done these things, then it's a sign that you have a weak family. And the last one here is no significant coordination or teamwork. Yeah, most people operate, for the most part, as individuals. They do what they want to do when they want to do it without any consideration whatsoever to teamwork, right? So if these things are true of you and your family, then it is more than likely, well, not even more than likely, you do have a weak family.